I just got back not too long ago from meeting with a brother out in Arkansas, and it was an outstanding experience, especially to talk about some of the issues that plague our community, from the division from the older generation to the younger generation. And when I say plague our community, primarily for our lack of ability to obtain resources. Black and brown people have gotten disconnected from the land from a lot of the issues that we've gone through, from not having the monetary resources and being separated from the agricultural life, just trying to move inside of the city and reconnect things as far as financially and economically for us. So if you would introduce yourself and just let the people know, how you ended up getting into farming and agricultural work.
My name is Doc Levy. I'm the owner of Big L Cutting Ranch. My family owned the original ranch, which is Little L Cutting Ranch, and I branched off to do my own thing. At least I got bucking bulls, roping steers, anything to deal with rodeo I have. I do petting zoos for the school, I do parties. If it's anything dealing with animals, I have. And I've been doing it since I was old enough to walk, and all my family members do it. So.
Do you see, like, from your perspective, do you see a disconnection from the older generation to the younger generation getting into farming and agriculture?
Yes, because the youngsters want fast money. They don't want to do the hard part, which is the labor part, to come with it. But it's plenty of money that's in it, and it's good money. But if you don't stay connected, like you say, you will get disconnected. But the disconnect comes from the correspondence and the hands-on working. They rather go out and stand on a corner or sit and do nothing to get something. If you don't work, you don't eat.
That's right.
So
that's right. What I've seen a lot, I was talking to an older gentleman not too long ago where we were going out to purchase some land from the brother. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that he had some younger children that he wanted to hand his land down to, but the younger kids didn't see no value in it or anything like that. Do you see like anything similar to that for them not even just seeing value? Right. And the question that I really want to answer is, do you find it the issue being with the older generation from not teaching the younger generation the value of the land and encouraging them to go to college instead of investing back in the land? Or is it the younger generation?
It's a little bit of both, because a lot of the old people, if they don't really have the trust and the faith in you carrying it on, then they're not going to invest in you no way. See, mine invested because he know I had a love for animals, and I watched everything my old man did so I can learn it, so I can teach mine that's coming up under me.
Right. I know for us out there in Texas, it's starting to be a big margin in between the younger generations that wants to get back into the farming and them being able to afford the farmland. Do you see a lot of those issues out here in Arkansas? Yes, or is it still affordable?
They don't really have a lot of, if you don't have a backbone for our family to bag you monetarily, it's hard to get grants, and the grants they get, it's not enough to take you through. It's just enough to get you past the buy. Yeah, it's not enough to get you through. It's just enough to get you past by. And what I mean by that is, they give you enough to take care of your animals and feed your animals, but as far as paying your bills and then you live a lifestyle that you need to live, won't work for you.
So from your experience, do you feel like it's something that realistically, let's just say a 25-year-old could get into and actually make money from? Or
if he had the mindset that he was taught and instilled the values of this, and you can't just give this part here to anybody. You got to have the love for animals. If you ain't got the love for animals, ain't no need getting into no way.
Right.
You got to have the love for them. You got the love for them and the backbone to support you as far as monetary. You can get in this and excel quick.
Absolutely. And especially considering the things that we believe that are getting ready to happen to America. When we look at issues with the power grid and stuff that they having, the issues with the rumors of wars that we're having going on, and just really looking like we on the verge of a financial and economical crash. Right.
Yes.
To be able to raise your own animals and raise your own food. Let me tell the story. The people that are able to do those things will be the new celebrities of tomorrow.
Yes.
The people that are able to actually take care of themselves. If you would, just kind of walk me around and tell me about these animals.
We're headed to the bucking bulls now. Now, them the wool sheep there.
They ain't gonna get me, is they?
Nah. I don't bad enough. Get back. Hey.
Yeah, you good to go. Big, powerful animals.
Yeah, cut your leg or something, boy.
Oh, man.
This bucking bull here.
Okay, okay.
What's up, son? Everybody like to ride him because he's so gentle.
Right.
But when they get on him and find out he's a monster, it changes their mind about everything. I got a 8-year-old daughter. She started at 7. That ride bucking bulls. And Channel 11 sponsor her.
Whoa.
So if you go on YouTube to 7-year-old bull rider from Arkansas, you'll see her.
So they let 7-year-olds ride bulls?
Yes. So.
It's amazing what the impact of having a black father in the household would do for the confidence of a child.
I know she can do it. She just go out there and she just get it done.
No more can we say black fathers aren't stepping up and doing enough inside of the household.
When I ride, I feel like I'm a real cowgirl.
This is the part of our culture that is not frequently blasted throughout the media outlets.
I'm in there too, so let me try that.
Doc says she's the only black female in Arkansas riding bulls in competition, and the youngest, period.
The guys are always claiming to be toughest in the rodeo world. So when you hit a little girl that likes to ride animals like that, you encourage her to ride more and do more.
This family has been able to encapsulate the essence of community and rooting for one another.
Because I know if I try again, I'll always get my goal.
I just had the opportunity to talk to a brother in Arkansas and explore his journey that his family went through to obtaining some form of self-sustainability. The brother is deeply rooted in agriculture, and it goes back generations in his particular case. He's the anomaly, or he's the exception inside of my community, because researchers have found that black people own less than 1% of the farmland inside of America. And many of us definitely do not come from generational farmers, meaning my great-grandfather wasn't a farmer, my father wasn't a farmer, and quite naturally, I'm not a farmer. And the few people that do come from the agricultural lifestyle, many of their parents encourage them to go to college and pursue other means of income where they've gotten away from it. And I won't necessarily fault them in totality for that because of the wealth gap, because of the wage gap. They felt the need to push their children in a direction that they felt would give them more money or create a better financial situation for them. But in that, they lost contact with the one thing that would take care of them from generation to generation, and that is having access to the land. Yes, if I depend on your supermarkets to feed me, if your supermarket shelves become empty, then that means that I starve. So the true accessibility to freedom and self-sustainability should have been rooted in a form of community and also rooted deeper inside of that land. And these are things that we've gotten away from, and these are things that younger generations of people have been steered away from. So I find it a unique story that this brother doesn't suffer from those things. And I believe that he has a story that many of us can learn from, and things that we can take from it and bring to our children and instill into the next generation. So maybe we don't make the mistakes that our parents made. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily their fault that they made those decisions. They made those decisions because they felt like that was what was best. But I will say that it was a miscalculation. So just like I hold them accountable to a certain extent, I'm going to hold myself accountable and the generation of people that we're responsible for under us to give them the information. So this is our journey. This is my effort to give back on that information. This is the 40 Acre Comeback.